And welcome back. Now, if you've ever spent a winter in the UP, you know that now is the time to start preparing things in and around your home to get through colder temperatures and a lot of snow. Now, while people may love the beautiful white snow, winter activities, and some interesting weather conditions, it can be very damaging to your property. We have Ashley Kirkland joining us this morning for a look at how we can get ready. Ashley?
Good morning, Vicki. That's right. We're enjoying the cool weather and warmer colors of fall, but there's no denying that winter is right around the corner. And if you want to receive your mail for the winter, you want to make sure that your mailbox is secure in the ground. I'm here at Lowe's with Pro Services Specialist Jeremy Wright, and he's going to tell us a little bit more about how you can put your mailbox securely in the ground for winter. Jeremy, what do we have here?
Today we've got a 4x4 and a 6x6, so you can see kind of the difference between having just more like a smaller twig versus having more of the trunk of a tree that you're going to put in the ground.
And how deep do these need to be buried in the ground for it to be secure?
It's best, if you really want to hit the frost level, you want to go 42 inches down, but 36 inches seems to work for most people. If you want to try it shallower, you can, but you might end up with a mailbox in something else midwinter.
Okay, and this is wood, so is this wood going to be secure enough to not rot in the winter with the colder, wet weather?
As long as you're using a treated wood and not a white wood-based product, yes, it will. But if you try to just grab something off of the shelf that isn't treated, definitely it's going to rot. Maybe not the first year, maybe not the second year, but probably by the third year you're going to be replacing it anyways.
Okay, so what are other options for people to secure their mailboxes?
A couple of things you could do is you could put concrete in the hole that you dug, and that's going to help just reinforce everything. Another thing would be maybe putting concrete in a bucket or a tire, and that way the mailbox would tip over versus actually being snapped off of a 4x4. The last thing that's kind of more of a decorative thing, it's going to take a little bit more time, you're going to want to start it right away this fall, would be maybe using cultured stone or a rock-based product and encasing the whole mailbox in that, so that way you have more or less a nice castle-looking mailbox that isn't probably going to get taken out by the plow.
Okay, and if the mailbox tips over, you can just send the kids out to put it back up, right?
That's right, as long as it's in a tire or a bucket.
Okay, so a little bit later, Jeremy is going to show us different types of mailboxes that you would want to use in the winter and which one is going to be more sustainable during the plowing season. Vicki, I'm going to toss it back to you in the studio, reporting live in Marquette TV6 News. Ashley Kirkland, I want to wish Sean a happy birthday.
Thanks, Ashley. Yes, indeed. It is getting on to, we'll be doing the birthday club in a little bit, and it is Sean's birthday.
Welcome back, everyone. Before the ground freezes and the snow piles up, you may want to make sure your mailbox is securely in the ground. TV6's Ashley Kirkland is at Lowe's for a Do-It-Yourself Wednesday and shows us how it's done. Good morning, Ashley.
Good morning, Greg. That's right. We're back at Lowe's for Do-It-Yourself Wednesday, and we talked a little bit before about the different posts that you can put down for your mailbox to be secure, but there's also several regulations that people need to follow to make sure they're under code with their mailbox, as well as there's two types of mailboxes you might want to explore, and we're going to tell you the difference of how these can be more secure for wintertime. I'm here with Pro Services Specialist, again, Jeremy Wright at Lowe's. Jeremy, tell us the difference between these two mailboxes.
The mailbox we have here right now is a metal mailbox and a plastic one. The nice thing about the metal one is if there's a rock in the snow that the plow is pushing, it's more likely to dent versus the plastic one. When plastic gets cold, it's more likely to shatter. Then you end up with a nice drafty hole in your mailbox.
Frozen mail. Okay. So why would someone even want to get a plastic mailbox if that's the case?
Some of the plastic mailboxes have more decorative features than necessarily a metal one. Some of the plastic mailboxes also have like a pull-through factor where people that way they don't have to get out of their vehicle and grab their mail. They're able to grab it from the back side of the mailbox.
Okay. And there are several regulations that you need to follow. We talked about how tall your mailbox post needs to be. What are some regulations you need to follow for your actual mailbox?
The two major ones is it needs to be 41 to 45 inches off of the road level, and it also has to be 2 feet off of the road, so that way the mail person can pull off the side of the road and not worry about getting hit by the plow this winter.
Okay, thank you, Jeremy. And as far as the numbers are concerned, what other things do people need to know about that for their mailbox?
They like to use 1-inch numbers on the side of the mailbox, so that way the the mail person actually knows which mailbox to put the mail in. If you have a series of mailboxes, you can put it on the front because that way the mail person can see where they're putting the mail again.
All right, thanks, Jeremy. It's always a good time here with you at Lowe's, and we hope that the people down at the Postal Service are happy for us explaining this to viewers today. And I'm going to toss it back to you in the studio, Greg, reporting live in Marquette. Ashley Kirkland, TV6 News.
Thank you, Ashley, and we'll be right back with your TV6 Morning Show.